On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Fly out and go and meet you. I am willing to connect to. I am willing to connect with you. Q, for example, prefers long distance relationships at first. Her connection with a person has to be genuine before they actually interact in person. And so I think that Kay is 100% right. Kayla is 100% right. People are absolutely connecting as a result of social media, and they doing business together. They having relationships together. They linking up. And me personally, I don't follow Little Baby. I don't follow Meg Thee Stallion. I don't follow Cardi B. I don't know what these people are doing until I get on the internet and people tell me about it. So the people that I follow, less than 300 people on social media. And so the people that I'm looking at is people that I know and I connect with, and that's truly genuine, and people that I rock with. So I think that the internet has, and social media specifically, has given people more opportunity and more options, whether it be relationships or business, than ever before.
You know, so, and it does get frustrating. They're like, oh, you know, there's a lot of people that go to these websites that rent stuff and send it back. And they take a picture, or the ones that
they're pretending.
Yes, the ones that go to Versace, put it on, put the robe on, and then go back to Tyson's or wherever.
And take it back. It's so sad.
I don't know what Tyson's is, but
Anton's face. Tyson's is the mall in the DMV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tyson, I'm up at my house. What you know about the mall Tyson, Siobhan? You come to the mall? Let's get coffee.
Don't do it, Siobhan. Protect yourself.
Girl, mind your business.
Or what? Don't do it, Siobhan.
All right, need someone to speak on this topic.
Nope.
I mean,
I already spoke on it. So I mean,
y'all no. Who didn't say it?
Hello?
What else need to be said, man? If people look on and listen, I don't care if it's sneakers, women, cars, houses. People are convinced when they look on social media. I mean, I think Logic came firing out the gate on this, man. Yeah. And it's that whole FOMO. It is that keeping up with the Joneses, but now in marketing, we call it FOMO, fear of missing out, right? Fear of missing out. So you just want to keep up, and you know, you really do think, and I guess we breaking this down in relationships in particular. You know, people really do think they have more options than what they really do, because, you know, even after this conversation, when we all log off, we all going back to our real lives, and whatever our real lives look like in real life, nigga, that's what it is. Them options that you thought was available to you on IG or on her what's the OnlyFans page or that Patreon or whatever you was looking at that made you think that was the case, it's not so much. I said that Q because people actually have certain like explicit content set up on Patreon that they couldn't put on YouTube, and then they go in there and they look and they subscribe to that because you can see.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you can see certain things in Patreon that you can't see on YouTube, and that feeds into the delusion of you having more options. Like,
but you know what though? Like, you know, as we're talking about this, people do have more options because of the internet. Like, they do. It's a fact that you're exposed.
Thank you,
you're exposed to more people. More people. Wait, hold on. You can contact more people. Like, that's just a fact. But I think that the issue, and like what I was speaking to earlier in terms of the paradox of choice situation that people think they have, is that there's a discrepancy between the options that they actually have online and the options that they think they have based on the things that they see. So like what Logic was saying earlier, you know, someone might be scrolling through IG and see all these people doing whatever and be like, ooh, I deserve that or whatever. Whereas they do actually have more options, but it's not the people that they're looking at for, I don't know, potential mates or whatever.
Well, can I give you an example?
It opens it up so that people have more options, but people have to be realistic about what the options actually are.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example of what happened. We discussed it on this panel, and it happened. So, do they have more options? Yes, but are the options what they really think it are? No. Remember that nuclear physicist? That guy that we discussed on this live stream? That the chick dissed him, and he said he was a nuclear physicist, and he said he worked on a nuclear submarine, right? And then he was 27, all this. And then I looked at his resume and knew he was capped. I listened to what he was saying, but for the average person, they didn't know that. They thought that this young woman did a whole nuclear physicist, right? They was like, why would he do this? This guy, he's like Albert Einstein. Come to find out, the guy didn't even finish Navy basic training. He wasn't 27, he was 19. And the problem with social media is you can present what you want people to see. So you might think it's an option, but people will present, you can be Superman. You can take a picture next to your homeboy car. You can take a picture at your homeboy pool party. That's the problem with social media. And then we see it. People cap. You can say anything on social media. And then now when it come revealed that, oh shit, he wasn't a submarine guy. He was just an old regular guy working in a CVS.
That's what Keith was talking about.
I think that people do have more options. I've seen it personally. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even know y'all if it wasn't for social media. I would have never met JR. This show doesn't exist if it wasn't for social media, right? I mean, I've made some genuinely good friendships as a result of it. I fly city to city every single month and I link up with people. And sometimes there have been people that has come to my meetups and they have been to 4 of them. Like there's people that I do business with as a result of social media, right? I've seen people personally that's a part of my network get married as a result of meeting people that are a part of the network and they just never even ran into each other until they ran into each other, right? Like there's a lot of opportunity because we already we already said that people used to only have options based off of proximity. And so now we see people saying, yo, I am willing to fly out and go and meet you. I am willing to connect I am willing to connect with you. Q, for example, prefers long distance relationships at first. Her connection with a person has to be genuine before they actually interact in person. And so I think that Kay is 100% right. Kayla is 100% right. People are absolutely connecting as a result of social media and they doing business together. They having relationships together. They linking up. And me personally, I don't follow Little Baby. I don't follow Meg Thee Stallion. I don't follow Cardi B. I don't know what these people are doing until I get on the internet and people tell me about it. So the people that I follow less than 300 people on social media. And so the people that I'm looking at is people that I know and I connect with, and that's truly genuine and people that I rock with. So I think that the internet has, and social media specifically, has given people more opportunity and more options, whether it be relationships or business, than ever before.